All right, so what's the deal with raw milk? I'm hearing a lot about it. I'm seeing it all over the internet, and some people that I follow who homestead use exclusively raw milk. I've been reading that raw milk can help alleviate the symptoms of and even cure psoriasis, which is what I have. And so I've been trying to figure out whether or not California sold raw milk and if I could go and get some and what the price was. And oh my goodness, this stuff is so expensive. All right, so in California, you can absolutely buy raw milk. This is 32 ounces of raw milk, okay? And it was about $6. That right there, that is a normal gallon of milk. A gallon of milk here in California costs about $3.50. I looked up how much it costs for a gallon of this stuff, and it's about $16. You can easily see why most individuals aren't drinking raw milk. It's really expensive. All right, so my whole point in wanting to make this video is to learn whether or not this stuff is safe. There are websites everywhere that will tell you one of two things. Either that it is incredibly safe, or under no circumstances should you ever drink raw milk. The CDC states that raw milk can include several different types of very harmful bacteria, including, and I'm going to read it off my phone here, Brucella, Campylobacter, Cryptosporidium, E. coli, Listeria, and Salmonella. It also says that it's actually really difficult to predict whether or not you're going to get sick from raw milk. So there's that. There's the CDC on the side of saying, don't drink it ever. Okay, now we're going to talk about the proponents of drinking raw milk. Those who say it's really, really good for you and don't worry about the risks. I've looked into a few different individuals' websites who are proponents of drinking raw milk. One of them is this guy called Dr. Axe. He's into using food as medicine, which I think is a wonderful thing. However, I have this thing about trusting people whose websites and whose articles have typos. I found that if you're not careful enough to get rid of a typo like this, then you're not careful enough to do your research properly. Again, that's just my opinion. Okay, so moving on from that, this guy, Dr. Axe, he states that raw milk is incredibly nutritious, that it can reduce allergies and improve your skin health and all of these things. The very beginning of his article states, if you've been told that drinking raw milk is dangerous, you'll be surprised to know you've been misled. That's a pretty serious statement. It also says, an extensive look into the research and claims made by the FDA and CDC related to raw milk being dangerous have been, with two N's, found to be completely unwarranted. Again, that's a really serious statement to make. So let's see what kind of research he has. Okay, so one of the things that I tried to find was where he got his information from. One of the things he says is there are estimated 48 million foodborne illnesses every year, and that was reported by the CDC. That's true. The CDC did report that. It also says only 42 of those 48 million foodborne illnesses were raw milk related. Well, I looked into that. I tried to find exactly where he got the number 42, and where his citation link sent me was here. It's a CDC page called Raw Milk Questions and Answers. This Raw Milk Questions and Answers page did not even one time say that only 42 out of 48 million foodborne illnesses were raw milk related. In fact, the 48 million number wasn't even on the page that he linked to. So he might as well have linked me to a completely unrelated CDC page for all that citation was worth. I'm not trusting this guy. There is another website that I think would be worth checking out. It's called realmilk.com. This guy is the doctor who Dr. Axe sources a lot in his article about raw milk. And this website has a whole lot of resources, including several rebuttals to certain articles and research stating why raw milk is dangerous for you. I think going to realmilk.com would definitely be worth your time. Okay, so am I going to be drinking raw milk? No. I do have an autoimmune condition, and I don't want to drink anything that's going to potentially aggravate that. So, I know you're probably like, you're making this whole video and you're not even going to try raw milk. No, I'm not going to try raw milk. I don't think with the information that I found that the risk is worth the potential benefits. So, is raw milk worth it? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. Tell me below in the comments what you guys think. Have you tried raw milk? Have you gotten any benefits from it? Have you seen any potential harm from drinking raw milk? At this point, I think the jury's still out. I'm not going to say one way or another whether or not I think it's harmful because I just don't have enough information. But I do know that the information is out there, and I do know that some sites will be intentionally misleading, and I think that that's a really important thing to consider. What is the website's goal in telling me all this information? The more feel-goody the site is, it's less likely that you can trust their information. The more it's just very factually based, I think the more likely you're going to be able to trust that information. So I'll leave you with that. See you guys later.